Welcome to Irish Illustrated at irishillustrated.com. I'm Kevin Sinclair, and we're going to have a look at all the highlights among Notre Dame prospects and Notre Dame commits who competed in high school action in these shortened seasons over the weekend.
Aiden Gorey faced a fairly run-heavy defense, and he was a monster in stuffing the run, along with a lot of backside pursuit, as you can see here. I don't know if it was on purpose, but they sure seem to be running away from him to the opposite side. And Gorey, though, so quick into the backfield. Watch that same play again. Watch his jump off the snap, how quickly he gets into the backfield to blow up that run play. Several tackles for loss in each half. Here he is again stuffing the run. His quickness off the snap for such a tall guy, 6'5", 6'6", is outstanding. Now, Sherrod Koval, every weekend he makes this highlight reel with a huge open field hit, and this weekend was no exception. This kid comes downhill with no fear, looking to really smack his opponents around, and it was an outstanding play. Another shutout win for his program. Now, Junior Tui Halamaka coming downhill, showing more lateral speed, lateral quickness, playing outside linebacker, so he's out of position, but does still show a good job of coming downhill and making plays for his program. But it's really his speed and quickness that has improved since his sophomore year. Here he is pressuring the quarterback into throwing the ball away in another win for Bishop Alamany. Now, Ephesians Prysock, his top 200 cornerback teammate at the wide receiver position, was a menace against Bishop Amat on Friday night, catch after catch. This was one of his first snags of the day, a deep ball on a vertical down the sideline, but all throughout the night, they just couldn't seem to stop him, whether it was quick hitches, quick outs, comebacks, or improvised routes when they were playing zone coverage. He'd find the soft spot in the coverage and made catch after catch after catch all night. Bishop Alamany quarterback threw for 357 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. But as you can see here, it was like looking over these plays, it was like a montage of these catches in the flat by Ephesians Prysock. So at 6'3", 170 pounds, he's playing safety this year, recruited by most to play cornerback. But if you really want to get a look at his athleticism and at the high school level, watch him play on offense, the wide receiver position, as he makes plays nonstop. Now, this was later in the game. Alamany protecting a small lead. An onside kick here by Amat. Prysock taking a wicked blow there, but hanging on to the football and hanging on to the win. Next up, Sebastian Sheik's 4-star linebacker, second game of the shortened season, coming off the edge. Here he was pressuring the quarterback a lot on Friday. Did a fantastic job on the defensive side of the ball for Evanston Township. He lost just a bit of a heartbreaker of a loss here to Maine South. Coming off the edge, showed really good backside pursuit, kind of similar to Gobira, in blowing up this run, which turned into a fumble recovered by his defense. Now, this was might have been the best running play of the day for Evanston Township. Cheeks taking the carry out of the backfield. Definitely shows good speed. Now, C.J. Williams out of Mater Dei, wide receiver. A lot of talk about him lately, so I thought I'd tune into Mater Dei's game against Orange Lutheran. Here he is with a touchdown just over the goal line. Another look at that. Just a really smooth, very polished receiver with great strength. You don't see him getting jammed up by cornerbacks often. Now, he also caught a lot of these sort of comeback routes and different sideline routes, quick outs, things like that. This here was a great catch by Cooper Barkate, another Notre Dame prospect, tiptoeing the sideline there for a catch that was good. But C.J. Williams was the guy making the most plays on Friday night. Here he is again with another comeback route along the sideline. We're going to have a closer look at that. He's sort of your typical number one wide receiver at Mater Dei. Again, just very polished, good route runner, and a playmaker. That was a beautiful touchdown in the red zone later in the game. Definitely like what I see in C.J. Williams. And now Kevin Winston Jr., safety out of DeMatha Catholic. I love how this kid attacks downhill from the free safety position. This was early in the game. Number 2 in the blue uniform is Kevin Winston Jr. Out on the perimeter here, he made some really good tackles for loss coming downhill. A sure tackle guy from everything that I've seen. Very strong hands. Once this kid gets a hold of you out on the perimeter, you're going down. He's a really good defender that way at about 6'2" or 6'3". Again, attacking downhill, somewhat similar to Sherrod Koval in the sort of fearless big hitter in the open field sort of mentality he has. And this was later in the game from the slot receiver position, killing some clock. DeMatha beating St. John's of DC. Now, Tyler Morris, top 100 receiver, recruited by Notre Dame out of Illinois. Outstanding catch along the sideline here earlier in the game. There's a closer look at that. Morris had 5 catches for over 100 yards and a touchdown. And here is the touchdown out of the slot receiver position. A ball here he had to turn on the Jets to sort of run under, and he does. Excellent work by Morris.
And that wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in to these weekend highlights. I'm Kevin Sinclair at Irish Illustrated at irishillustrated.com.